All right, cool.
Cool.
And please, Sonic Hatman's fine.
Okay, bet. Okay, so anyway, thank you guys for coming through so we can talk about this joint. You know what I mean? So first off, how did y'all like the movie?
Man, you go first.
Okay. Well, let me first say that I enjoyed this movie so much, and I did not feel like just another bitch nigga while watching it. But it was honestly one of the. Okay, so I'm a mark for Sonic. Y'all know that. But it's in my damn name. I'm Sonic Hatman. But it was one of the best. It was like they gave me everything I wanted. I felt like they gave me everything that I think that I wanted in the movie. Even they gave me things that I didn't even expect that they were gonna do. It was like, to me, I felt it was a love letter to the fans. It wasn't just we just want to make money off a Sonic movie. I felt like it was, we really want people that enjoy Sonic and have enjoyed Sonic for quite some time to enjoy this movie. So yeah, it was, I mean, it's 10s across the board for me, and I know that's not for everybody, but I definitely think that it was fantastic. I'm going to go see it at least 2 more times in theater. And I'm gonna buy the special edition Blu-ray whenever that comes out.
I think you're absolutely right. In fact, I think it's a love letter not only to the fans but to the Sonic culture, the community. Because
even the weirdos that be drawing the feet online.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. What about you, Jad?
Deep cut. All right, so bit of a backstory for myself. One of the things growing up, there were a handful of stuff I was super obsessed with: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Mega Man, and Sonic the Hedgehog. And Sonic the Hedgehog, up until recently, has gotten such a weird rep, just in general, because of people, just how they are. Yeah. That I was one of those people where I was like, yeah, I like the games, love the music, but I never really considered myself part of the community, all that jazz. Then the first movie came out, which, by the way, came out literally 2 days before I started my current job now. So I have that attachment of like, oh man, I'm gonna go see this movie to celebrate, and I ended up liking it. I was like, I didn't hate it. And then this one came out, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. Now, everything in it didn't work, but it is a kids movie, so everything ain't for me. It's not all about me.
Right.
And, people need to realize that at the end of the day, when it comes to stuff like this. That having been said, this actually feels like a Sonic movie versus the first movie, which was a movie that had Sonic in it.
That makes sense. I feel like it was the pilot, the first movie.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have any, like, big franchise you're trying to start up, the first one's always going to have do the legwork of setting everything up and establishing the world, establishing the lore, what the rules are of this world, etc. So come the sequel, assuming that they know what they're doing, they can actually get to just jump in and get to the good stuff, if you will.
Yeah. So with that said, for me, I really enjoyed the movie. To me, it was like a 9-10 out of 10. But in my opinion, just because it's just how I feel, which leads to my question: how do you guys feel about I would say, how would you guys feel about the human character trope that these movies have? That you have these crazy, weird, not human characters, but they always end up having to coexist with humans and stuff like that, to the point it's almost feels like the Hollywood part of that movie, How do you guys feel about that specific trope? Because it was with Sonic, like Transformers, all like those movies, stuff like that. Freaking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah. Mega Man Jad, you let me go first last time. I feel like you should take the floor with this one.
All right. So the human aspect of these movies is inevitable. Like, as much as I would love for it to have just been Sonic and Tails running around on Angel Island, Knuckles is hanging out in the background or floating above something, or all that jazz. We're fighting a really fat dude and his robots. As much as I would have loved to have had that, I recognize we got to get to that point. So they have to put those human faces in there, and just also it's for the people that aren't there to see the movie themselves, or they're taking their kids. It's got to give them something to latch onto. So it's part of the beast. I understand that. And in the first movie, I found them kind of insufferable to an extent, just because it's like, I was like, okay, this is fine. Because I felt like every time we were on them, we weren't on Sonic, and I'm like, that's who I'm here to see. I don't care about all these other folk, and Jim Carrey, because it's Jim Carrey. Being 90s Jim Carrey as 90s Jim Carrey can be. So, come the sequel, I didn't hate it as much. There was one part where I actually like let out an audible groan, but beyond that, it wasn't bad. Like, I didn't hate them for being there, because it was a necessary part to tell the story.
Yeah.
But that having been said, if they're not in the sequels, like the third one, perfectly fine with that. Well, considering how this gets set up, there has to be at least 2 other human characters in the story. But outside of them, like James Marsden's character and all them, like, okay. I mean, it was nice to see Shamar Moore in something again, because I completely forgot about that guy.
That's the Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds, nigga. Yeah. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I completely forgot about. I was like, oh right, he's in this, and then like how they brought in Gunn, which I'm like, wow,
that was so good. Yeah.
I like, so there was a part where I let out an audible groan, and that kind of leads into a whole, like, one of the few gripes I have about the film personally. But
can I guess what that was? Where you groaned at?
Go for it.
Okay, but first, Vaughn, is this like a spoiler-free? Like,
oh yeah, you can say what you want, bro. If you ain't watch it by now, then
I'm just going in. I'm just segmenting myself. That's the only reason why I haven't just gone into this whole diatribe yet.
Yeah, you good, bro. Do what you gotta do.
All right, so Jazz. Okay, because it could have been the same possible. Because I remember I also had a lip smacking type of reaction to a certain portion of the movie. But it was when Sonic looked at Donut Lord and was like, "Thanks, Dad," and I was like,
"Nah, yeah." I was like, "Nah, come on, fam."
No. Now that made me say, like, okay, that felt forced, but that was not the part I was talking about. But I did see that. I'm like, come on, really? Man. Like, I get this is aimed at children, but for real? Like, Sonic don't got parents.
Come on,
let's go get our kid.
Let's go get our kid.
Yeah, that was very Alvin and the Chipmunky.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was.
Sonic got an uncle who's a robot. That's it.
Right.
All right.
So what was that?
Go ahead, Jab.
Yeah, what was that scene?
So, right when they were at the wedding, before everything went down. So early in the movie, quote unquote Donut Lord, like I'm sure, like, I think it's Tom. I think this is his actual name. Whatever, Cyclops, because it was played by Cyclops.
Right.
He did that whole magic trick with the niece or whoever, like with the ring. I'm like, he just swapped that ring. That idiot.
That was a telegraph, though. You kind of knew that was.
I knew exactly that. When he did that, I went, he gave her the wrong ring. So during the wedding, during the wedding, like when they were exchanging rings, he was doing this whole back and forth, like, oh, I just need that ring for 1 second. I'm like, you could have just said, oh, wait, here's the real one. I'm sorry, I got it switched up. Give him the ring, and then you do all that. All that was unnecessary.
It was plot on.
Because I even said in the movie theater, I'm like, really? Like, you just literally, you should have just let in, like, here's the. I'm sorry, so I didn't mean to interrupt. Here's the real one. I accidentally switched it, messing around with your, trying to make your daughter laugh. My bad. Here you go. Considering I don't know if anyone else besides those two knew about how the warp rings work.
Yeah. I mean, but it wouldn't have been action packed if he didn't do it. You know what I mean? You know, it's Hollywood.
He had to punch him.
He had to.
That's fine, and I get it. But as like, guys, y'all could have.
It's movie logic,
like, so
bro.
that's like one of the. I guess that's like one of the only times where I'm just like, I literally stopped looking at it as like, oh, I'm enjoying the Sonic movie. I'm like, okay, that was just bad writing.
Okay.
Like,
hey, real quick,
just me personally.
real quick. Did you guys notice this movie's kind of how could I say it's kind of black? You notice that?
Oh yes,
Oh
yes,
yeah.
like half the cast.
It's very black.
Yeah. It was
Idris Elba. Yeah,
it
Idris
was
Elba's
like
Knuckles. I
Criminal
forget-
Minds, nigga.
Criminal
Minds.
Shamar Moore. And I
Like-
forget the two.
Like Donut Lord is like
Tiffany
the
and her
only
daughter.
Donut Lord and like the
And Robotnik.
the Robotnik and the gun guy.
Oh, and Olive Garden, dude.
Yeah, Olive Garden dude. He's like
Yeah.
they're the only guys. But besides that, bro, it's freaking the cradle of civilization up in this movie, bro.
And you know what? Why don't we just throw the actor who played Stone in there? Just throw all the melanin in together.
Man,
Right,
listen.
that's true, yeah.
I was thinking in my brain, man, this would have been perfect if like friggin' Jamel White would have made a cameo somehow, some way, bro.
It has to happen at
yeah.
some point.
Yeah, it's got to.
Like so in the third movie, I'm thinking at some point Jaleel White, Roger Craig Smith, and oh crap, what's his name? Ryan Drummond.
Ryan Drummond, yeah.
Who all played Sonic in the games and those shows up to that point. They all need to like appear as a cameo in some form.
Mm-hmm.
just because. Also have Ben Schwartz actually show up as himself.
That would be dope.
Who's the voice of Sonic? Which I think it's a little weird. That little side note, he has done a lot of voice work recently, and they've all been blue characters.
Wow.
He voiced Sonic in this movie and the last one. He voices Dewey Duck in the 2017 DuckTales reboot. He voices Leonardo in Rise of the TMNT. All blue characters.
Dabba dee dabba die.
The only thing he has left now is to voice a Smurf or
Right.
in like a blue Power Ranger.
So
All the 90s wrapped up in one right there. Blue characters.
Okay.
I
You said your question. Oh,
no, what you gonna say?
I was saying. So going back to you were saying like the human characters in the movie. Like kind of in regards to the human characters, I was kind of fearful at first, especially because I was like, damn, I really hope that they don't try to have the human characters try to play a role as important as Sonic.
Right.
You know, like they have to do some sort of heroic feat as well to overcome the villain in the movie.
Right.
Or, cast too much spotlight. I feel like in this movie, like Jad was saying, in the first movie, they were pretty insufferable.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel that they kind of had a good solid role in this movie, even though it was a little cringy about the whole parent dynamic.
Yeah.
But they didn't really overstay their welcome, but then they just weren't completely forgotten about. They
Right.
did get rid of the dude that found the Blue Devil in the first movie, Crazy Carl.
Crazy
I'm kinda
Carl.
It's
upset
funny.
about that.
My mother mentioned that too because I saw it with her. 'Cause
Yeah.
we all went as a family, and she's like, "Oh, they didn't bring him back." I was like, "Mom, he was there for the memes, and that
Right.
was it."
Right.
Which, speaking of, did y'all catch that Ugandan Knuckles?
Oh,
joke
the
at
very
the
beginning?
beginning?
Oh, yes, that was the
He
first
said
thing I
if he-
saw.
He said, Robotnik straight up said, like, "Hey, man, I know all of Earth has many customs, and if you get me off this rock, I can show you the way."
I can
went,
show you the way.
God damn it!
Oh yeah, I was
I
like,
even
yeah, we
I
did it.
chuckled. I said it under my breath. I was like, "God damn it!" Like, this just
Nah, man, like
couldn't resist.
actually, I think they said it a few times in the movie, for real. A few times to the point where I thought, did they like make that a premise? Because like, because the meme, I will show you the way, and they were actually like, trying to find the Master Emerald. I'm like, they're really finding the way and all that shit. But you know, that when the meme came up, I was like, yeah, nigga, we in here. This movie already. This movie gonna be good.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time, that's for sure.
So what was you? Oh, what was you gonna say?
Actually, I was just gonna get into, instead of like talking about the humans now, I was gonna see how you guys felt about Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as characters in the movie this time around.
I mean, Tails was Tails pretty much. For me, I wish Knuckles was a little bit more cooler. His Idris was I enjoyed this Knuckles. I just wish he wasn't like, I don't know, like he felt dumb to me, like because you like he felt like, because you have Sonic and Tails, they act like regular dudes from Earth or something. You know what I'm saying? They got the personality. They like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you got Knuckles.
Knuckles felt more primitive.
Yeah, he felt more primitive, and I'm like, I wish he was like a little bit cooler. I was waiting for some oh no's. Because when they did the show you the way shit, I said, oh man, the oh no's are coming, but they didn't come.
Yeah, I would have loved that too.
Yeah, but yeah, I wish Knuckles was like more like cooler in a sense, but like he's this, you know, big bad warrior now, and I guess warriors are like stupid. I don't know. I wouldn't say he was stupid. It's just that it felt like he didn't like know modern regular stuff that you would have like regular common sense to know. I don't know. That's just me. But besides that, I thought it was cool because I like, if he had more of a personality like Sonic did with all the warrior stuff going on, I think that would have been perfect for Knuckles. But that's just me though.
All right, I feel you. What do you think, Chad?
So, as far as the actual Sonic Heroes, because we straight up got Sonic Heroes at one point towards the end.
Beautiful.
And I was loving it. Tails is exactly how he should be.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's literally the exact same voice actress from the games since 2015. Colleen O'Shaughnessy voicing Tails. So I'm like, perfect. Finally, we got a video game movie where a voice actor actually plays a character that they played already. So they're already familiar with the mannerisms and how they're characterized and how they act and how they speak. So it's not, oh, we're going to cast this celebrity because that's the thing to do. We need to get asses in seats to sell this movie. When in actuality, the character is what sells the movie in this case. So, people are there to say Sonic the Hedgehog and friends. Right. Not, you know, the fact that they got Idris Elba to be Knuckles was fantastic.
I think they did that. I think they did that for the true African American Sonic fans that has believed that.
Oh no, Knuckles is black.
He's black. Yeah.
Knuckles is black.
There is undisputed.
That's kind of a unwritten but known rule at this point.
Yeah.
But Tails was fantastic. Tails is actually one of my favorite characters in the series, just in general, because I always tend to gravitate towards the smart people, the ones that like figure the stuff out or make all the tech and weapons and such. So he was pretty cool. Knuckles was hilarious because they literally made him Drax from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
All right. You're right.
But
they
did this thing. They did this thing where they wanted to go for the Sonic Boom version of Knuckles, where he was this meathead.
Yeah.
But instead of making him like a lovable goofball that's an idiot, they made him super stoic and very literal, but who's also naive because he's not from Earth. So I'm hoping that come the next one, because there is a next one, they have said such, and the movie even said so itself, but come the next one, he'll be able to lighten up more so he can be more laid back, because Knuckles in the games, when he's not trying to kill somebody, he's a pretty chill dude. Literally his call to actions most of the time is something interrupts him hanging out, protecting the Master Emerald.
That's true. Yeah.
So those two were great because again they were the new additions to the movies, and I'm glad that they're there. Sonic this time around, I felt he's still the same level of obnoxiousness because he is basically a teenager. Like he's like a younger teenager, so he hasn't like matured yet, which is fine. That's kind of the whole point of this movie is him like his overarching arc is learning how to be responsible. It's basically the great power with great responsibility bit, but not so blatantly ripped off, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So they have to like build him up to that point of like, oh, this is what it means to be a hero, and this is what it means to be responsible for other people. So
Right.
I'm glad we got to do that. Also, I'm just saying this now. When he inadvertently transformed into Supersonic, I literally cried.
That's the best scene.
Because it was beautiful.
Best
Because
scene.
I'm sitting there in the theater, and first of all, when they showed the history of the Master Emerald, it's like, oh, these various different warring tribes for the Owl tribe. I saw them with the Chaos Emeralds. I'm like, oh, the Chaos Emeralds is inside the Master Emerald. He's going to transform into Supersonic. Like it literally was like a whole thought process right there. So then when it got drained at the end, when it broke, and he was sitting on the ground, and you see them falling out of what used to be the Master Emerald. I sit there and went,
Yep, that's it.
it's happening. it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, like he's about to get crushed, and all of a sudden they swirled around in the picture. Like, and the only thing that was missing is the Dragon Ball Z, like,
Right.
you know, that's
right.
the only thing that would have made it perfect. Because I was like, oh my god, I literally teared up. I was like, he's fucking beautiful.
Yes, bro, Sonic would look
And then
like
he
Jesus.
finally he was and then when they actually had him like flying around the Death Egg Robo, which by the way, it never looked that cool. Like
Right.
I had slight PTSD seeing that thing get up and walking around from Sonic 2.
Yes.
So the fact that he dismantled it, I was like, see, this is a power fantasy right here, because you get no rings fighting that thing.
It got hella anime real quick.
Yes, it did, and we actually got to see super speed. It wasn't the Quicksilver thing where it's like, oh, we're gonna slow everything down, but Sonic's moving at regular speed. Like it's fine for when that was out, but when you are writing a character that has super speed, like you can break the sound barrier easily. I expect stuff to be moving to where I can't, there are maybe 2 frames of animation on that screen with a blue streak behind it. That's it.
Right.
And just repeat that repeatedly. And we got to see that when he was Supersonic, and it made me so happy.
Yeah.
I was so filled with joy.
Yeah.
And also, little fun fact, there was a reference in that fight, the way it ended. Do y'all remember how it ended?
Oh, like in Sonic Unleashed when he did the toe tap on the robot.
That was Sonic. That was Sonic 06.
That was Sonic 06.
Oh.
They ended the best fight, the best part of that whole movie with a Sonic 06 reference. I'm just like, oh my god, the actual balls on these movie writers. I'm like,
Wait a second.
come on.
Which fight from 06?
Oh, it's the beginning when Sonic bursts in. And he
you
takes
right.
out,
Yeah, you're right.
and he takes out all of them, and he literally taps on the toe and he looks over at him.
He
Yeah,
did.
that's Sonic 06. That's the beginning.
Wow.
And I was like, man, the cojones on these people to like, oh my gosh. Anyway,
that was
I was super stoked about that. Like, there was a bunch of kids in the theater when I was seeing it, and I'm sitting there cheering, and they're looking at me like, oh wow, he's super excited. I was like, I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck you kids, all right. This is for me, all right. Y'all don't understand.
It was definitely a fuck them kids type of movie.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. I'm like, look, y'all don't understand. I was there from the beginning, okay? Really,
Not right.
I played every single game, got every Chaos Emerald every time in every game. So to see this on the big screen and have it not suck and have it look amazing and exactly as I envisioned it, yeah, fuck them kids.
Yo,
I'm like, this is for me.
Yo, imagine if it was Porcupine Sonic, bro. Imagine if it's.
I don't think I would have got that far.
You know what I mean, bro?
From when the internet bullied them,
Bullied,
changing them.
The one time the internet actually did something correct,
man.
because oh man.
Thank you, internet.
So what was y'all favorite parts?
I just told you
mine was Supersonic. I ain't gonna hold you.
I mean, that was my other favorite part.
It was
I'm gonna let Mr. Hatman go.
Okay, so I like I've previously stated that I want to go back and watch it a couple more times because I feel like that first watch of the movie, I don't think I can say that I've had a favorite part. There's definitely a lot of parts that brought me a lot of joy, like, the excitement of seeing Supersonic, the like that feeling I had like in my chest seeing him run across the ocean and like right before you gotta go fast, and I'm like, yo, yeah, the fuck you do, you gotta go, and
right.
and even the fight scene between him and Knuckles saving him and them having their little heart to heart on the beach, the part where like Sonic and Knuckles are even like coming to the point of like almost understanding each other, but then something happens and then Knuckles being gullible thinks that he's being deceived. I'm like, there is so many good parts of this movie. I even enjoyed the part where it was like after the dance off when Sonic and Tails went to bed, and then Sonic covers Tails with a blanket, but then Tails covers Sonic with his tails. I was like, that's something Tails would do, because that's how much he like.
No, Tails really simping Tails was simping for Sonic in this movie. He was simping.
Right, Tails was like Sonic's #1 fan, but that's like why he was there, like, so I just there was so much good to be had in that movie. I even enjoyed the fucking the breakdown of the wedding, and when the two women, they kind of
I know
more the sister, like when she kind of got her shine, and with the golf cart, like
that was kind of fire.
It was kind of fire, and I just thought, God, I can't just say the whole movie from top to bottom was perfect the whole way through, because as Jazz said, and I totally agree, there were some misses.
Nah,
there were a couple misses.
Nah, but the thing is though, like there may have been some misses in this movie, but like we gotta cherish this shit, because this is the only these are actually good adaptions.
They are. I want this movie to be a damn game.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I'd play it.
One thing that I wish they did with Knuckles, like I guess another one thing, you ain't noticed the nigga wasn't really gliding like that.
He did.
Yeah,
he did a couple times.
He did, but it wasn't like
overt,
a soaring. Like, it wasn't apparent.
It wasn't like a soaring type of glide.
Yeah, I wanted my man to soar.
Fast.
I wanted him to soar. You know what I'm saying?
He did climb the wall though.
Yeah, he did.
I'm glad they remembered he is actually fast. He's not Sonic fast, but he can still like keep up. Like when he was running after that cop car.
That's another ancient African American realization and revelation that Knuckles is faster than Sonic. I'm sorry, I will debate that. I will arm wrestle anyone.
Well, I mean, if we're going by that logic, Robotnik's faster than Sonic canonically.
Oh, well, that's true.
I mean, play Sonic 2 and get to Death Egg. Get to Death Egg Zone. Try to catch him. You can't.
Yeah.
I'm speaking facts. Like Robotnik is faster than Sonic. So I mean,
one thing that I really hope they do in the next movie is change their designs and make Sonic a little bit older to match the Sonic Adventure 2 models, because
longer hair,
longer everything, longer limbs, longer spikes, all of that.
Hey man, he did the Sonic Adventure pose.
He did.
It
looked good.
It looked real good. But this, because now you saw the you saw. Huh?
You want to talk about something that looked good. Granted, he was only on screen for like 10 seconds, but Shadow in that post-credit scene looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I went, wow, they didn't fuck it up. Oh my god.
Gotta hump him.
They, man, it's so delicious.
But you gotta.
Oh, go on.
You gotta remember though who was the designer for Sonic Mania? It was it Whitehead or
Christian Whitehead?
Christian Whitehead. Yeah, he was the designer. That's who they brought in for the movie after the internet bullied him. They was like, yo,
Really?
Yeah, Christian Whitehead is the character designer for the movies.
What?
Yeah.
Damn!
I didn't
Look
think.
at him doing. Look at him doing the Lord's work.
Changing the lives.
Yeah.
It's because of him that this movie is.
Mhm.
Both of these movies have been the best-selling, or best box office video game movies of all time.
Yeah, because they brought him in, and he was like, all right, we're gonna change this all the way up, and brought him back to life. So
Can I make a quick sidebar real quick?
yeah,
All right. So since nobody I really know is like watching out for me right now because nobody knows we talked about this movie, but the Mario movie ain't about to be shit compared to this.
No.
No.
Mario movie is not gonna be shit compared to this.
No. Heck no.
It might be good and it might be enjoyable, but it ain't gonna be.
No, to be honest, I think this is a rare occasion, y'all. This is like a blue moon type of thing. I don't think there's gonna be any more like really good adaptations after this one, because
well, hopefully the third one's good.
No,
I hope.
no. I think this team, because you see it within the references, the memes, and all that. You see it that this team, besides the old designer nigga, he must have got, I don't know what the fuck he was on, but you see it in the team how they're really passionate about making this movie really like Prestel said, it's a whole love letter to the whole fans in the community. They know after this movie, I'm convinced that they know what they're doing. I really do. But
my only gripe, and I had it about the first one, and I still have it about this one. Play music from the games.
No, yeah.
Doesn't that have something to do with licensing though?
Maybe, but still.
Because you're right, Jag. Because I swear on.
No, I swear to God, you
name,
already know. You already know.
If
Live and Learn, come on. If you get supersonic and hyper shadow, and then all you hear is
singing at the top of my lungs in the theater.
I won't be singing because I'll be too busy on the floor crying.
That's my thing. Like, we better not get no hyped up fucking orchestra, just cinematic suspense movie, score. No, it better be like if it's got to be Live and Learn.
Or better yet, bring in Crush 40 and Jun Sonoe and have them make a new version of it.
Yeah,
right, an orchestra version of Live and Learn.
An orchestrated version. Yeah, the Sonic Live concert. That'd be fantastic.
Hell yeah.
I would absolutely love it. Because let me tell you,
I'm going to jail
in this. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, in this movie, and this is my other favorite part, was when they were in Siberia and they had to escape the avalanche. That is straight up ice cap zone.
That's ice cap.
And I'm humming the song in my head when I'm watching it, but that didn't happen in the movie. So that was my other favorite part, because again, that's it comes from one of my favorite video games of all time is Sonic 3 Knuckles. Period.
So
right.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, so the fact that was my only other gripe about that movie is man, y'all really need. I don't know what y'all got to do. You better pull a Masahiro Sakurai from Smash Brothers and make some deals with the devils, because I need to hear my music, my Sonic music in my Sonic movie. All right, the first movie did it okay. They had that. They played the opening to Sonic Mania during the little intro thing, which I'm like, oh snap! And then they the little acoustic Green Hill at the end.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
I mean,
that's all we got.
I know. I'm y'all didn't have to book in this, because there's a guy on YouTube, right, who took the scene from the first movie where Sonic was trying out Robotnik in the city, and he took that scene and he put various Sonic songs to it, and they was perfect. That scene with Metal Harbor playing in the background, or that scene with Sonic Boom playing, that scene with Radical Highway is amazing, because it fits, and they didn't do it in this movie. I'm like, guys, especially when Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles were running at Robotnik towards the end when they were starting to fight it, I was like, you just need to play the first 10 of Sonic Heroes. That's all I need. Just the drums and the guitar. That's all I need. You don't need to play the whole song. Just play the little beginning part. Something like that.
Yeah.
Just give me something.
Honestly, that's all I want for Live and Learn.
Like they had
give me something.
Yeah, they had the Green Hill ringtone, which that was cute. I like that. I was like, okay, actual song that I like. Cool. Little references like that. That's all I need. Just give me something. Like I said, he's snowboarding down the mountain. Like just something.
I mean, I wish they had the Sonic 2 boss music. Bam, 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 man. That would have been hard, man.
Actually, my prediction, because I had a couple predictions for this movie that I would have liked to see come to fruition. But, I'm not complaining that they didn't happen.
Yeah.
But I thought that this was something that we were going to get. I was thinking since it was Sonic 2, I was like, what's everybody's, well, I don't want to say it's everybody's, but what's a universally known thing about Sonic 2 that everybody loved? And it was Chemical Plant. I thought we were going to get some sort of reference to Chemical Plant, but we got Labyrinth Zone, which that
was so weird.
Yeah, which
I'm like,
of
weird, of all the stages to reference, the worst stage, Sonic 1.
Yeah, we got Labyrinth Zone, and then we got. I was surprised. Another thing I was surprised about is we did not get the drowning jingle.
We didn't, but he was swallowing bubbles though.
He did get the bubble.
He did get the bubble.
He did get the
bubbles.
So I'm thinking that was I want to think that was a design choice because they didn't want to trigger a lot of people's PTSD watching this movie.
Yeah, right.
Like, could you imagine?
Music.
Right? Can you imagine
listen.
on this big stereo surround sound in the movie theater here? Dun, 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 dun,
Trigger it, please.
And it just ramps up.
I don't care. Trigger it. Trigger me.
A 5-year-old would not be ready for that.
No, I wouldn't.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we did say that this was a fuck them kids type of movie.
Yes. Don't care. I need all that music, bro.
I wasn't talking about the kids. I was talking about the people people our age watching it. Like, I don't want people to rolling in the aisles, crailing themselves because they went back to like Labyrinth Zone or Aquatic Mine.
Yeah.
Not Aquatic Mine.
Aquatic Ruin.
Aquatic Ruin. So Hydrocity, not so much because that was actually a fun water zone.
So real quick, y'all. The movie was really good. What do you guys? What are your speculations for the third one? What do you think is going to be in there?
Oh boy,
who do you think is going to show up? Big the Cat is going to be there.
So obviously they're jumping straight to the Sonic Adventure 2 ish storyline. Now, what they choose to adapt will be the interesting part because when I mentioned earlier about how if none of the human characters were in it, save for Robotnik and a couple other people, that's what I was alluding to because you got to have Maria. Like, she's the reason why Shadow even like is a half decent character as far as morality goes. And then you got to have Gerald Robotnik, Robotnik's grandfather, because he created him. So you have to have at least those two.
I really hope there's no guns in this next one. I really hope not.
Shadow gonna grab one.
I hope you don't grab the Glizzy, bro. I really hope
he's going to grab the Glizzy, and somebody, I'm gonna call it right now. He is going to steal a motorcycle from somebody, specifically a Harley. It's going to happen. Understand this. Just accept it. You think they're going to go into space?
Yeah, they have to. Every Sonic, it's got to end in space.
The moon about to break in half. It's going to have Robotnik's face on it.
Yep.
They go into outer space because
so
hell, they were already in space. Like they showed. You were on the mushroom planet.
So I guess
already alluded to it.
You can't live and learn without space.
So I guess So I guess you could say that they're taking. I guess here's a question: Are they going to go? Are they going to actually go from the premise from like hero side, villain side, or you know what I mean? Like, do you think are they going to try and put it all together, or because like considering. It's going to take.
Considering it's a movie,
yeah,
like it's a movie, so you got to keep that in mind. So they got to adapt this to a 3-act story structure. So, Act 1 is probably going to follow the heroes reacting to what the villains are doing in the sense of like, oh, we got to get these Chaos Emeralds together because remember at the end of this movie they flew up in the sky and they scattered out.
Yeah,
they did.
So the Dragon Balls are inert for now. Like, they got to find them. So Robotnik's going to go and try to find those emeralds because he saw what happened when Sonic used them. He's like, well, shit, if he can do it. I mean, I had the Master Emerald, so let's go about that. So he's going to go looking for him. And I'm willing to bet that Rouge will show up as a gun spy.
Damn,
I was just going to ask, you think they're going to make titties? You think the titties is coming?
She's going to be covered. She's going to be covered.
She's going to get a read.
I mean, she's going to be stacked, but she's going to be covered.
Right.
You know?
Oh,
but
you think they're going to do the? Do you think they're going to do the tail scene? Tails?
Maybe
because you told me, Fox Boy.
I
They
mean,
have to do that. They got
that would be hilarious, but I don't know. So I think
I don't want it to be a 1-for-1.
It's not. No, and that's what I was alluding to is that it's an adaptation. They're not going to do even Marvel, as great as they are adapting their stories, they don't do a straight adaptation of any one story. They cherry pick from other stories and make an amalgamation of it.
Right.
So I feel like that's gonna, because they even did that in the second one. Like they took story elements of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and mashed them together, and a little bit of adventure.
So you think they might?
Oh, go ahead.
You think they might take some, like for the next one, take some little mashups from different games?
I feel like they kind of have to.
I read an article saying that they aren't trying to have like some sort of content, like storyline continuity, like they're doing one game and another. They said that they're like kind of like cherry picking things from different games and kind of like fitting them in where they can. That's why it's like, how Jan was saying earlier, like, we might get Maria. We might get Maria in the movie, but it's not about to be the Maria we know. For all we know, it could be Cardi B.
Oh, Lord, don't say that.
Okay, so well, that also like brings in the opportunity of like the what's the comics? The comic Sonic?
Archie?
Oh, the Archie comics?
The Archie comics?
Oh, Sonic is busted in that.
Hella busted. But do you think there's an opportunity to do like storylines from that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I was going. That's basically what I was leading up to, is the fact that the starting point of it is probably going to be very akin to Sonic 2, because literally that's the startup of it. It was like, he was working on this thing 50 years ago, Project Shadow. The whole point of Project Shadow was it's trying to be the ultimate life form, etc., etc. Now, they might also deviate from that a little bit as far as bringing in stuff from the Archie comics, because in that continuity, there's a whole host of other characters that aren't even, and not even just characters that are from the games put in those comics, but there's comic specific characters.
None that Ken Penders made though can be in it though.
Well, we don't talk about him. So more specifically, there is a character named Professor Starline. He's a platypus. He's an evil he's a doctor who's like on par with Robotnik as far as an intellect goes. But his shtick is he knows all about the properties and such about the thing called the Phantom Ruby, which was the whole MacGuffin from Sonic Mania / Forces awfully, and then back to Mania again. So I'm wondering if they're going to introduce something of that nature into these storylines, because he played a very good part with anything involving Shadow and Dr. Robotnik. Also, too, there are a couple of loose threads they could spin off into something else, like the quill that Robotnik had at the beginning of the movie just disappears after he gets off of the Mushroom Planet. So maybe, because it still had some juice, maybe that becomes the power source for his version of Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic,
and that's what they have to end up fighting at the end of the movie, because they start off fighting with Shadow, but instead of it being the ultimate life form, maybe they pull a little from Sonic Heroes, where it's Metal Sonic that's the main bad guy.
Metal Overlord?
That would be. I mean, I'm not saying it would, but they could do something like that.
You don't see anything,
especially with the way the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald in this version works, because in this version, it turns thoughts into reality, which I'm like, oh, that's not world breaking at all.
Well, shoot, man! Like, we've done said all these opportunities, but we didn't even mention like the main thing about the adventure games, and that's the Chaos niggas.
I mean,
or
maybe.
Biohazard. Bio lizard, whatever.
Both.
Same difference.
Yeah, but I think, see, that's the
I
thing.
don't-
Because if it's biohazard, then again, I don't want it to be a 1-for-1. But even though I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, but I don't think that's what these movies need to do to kind of like etch their own history. You know, they're already doing fine the way that they're going now. So they don't need to just make the game a movie for them to, you know.
So
be
okay,
appealing.
so I'll ask both of y'all. I got 2 questions.
What's up?
One, what do you think will be in the next movie, and what do you want to happen in the next movie? I'll start with you,
damn.
Sonic Hatman.
All right, so what I think is going to be in the next movie? At first, well, since you know at the end we've gotten Shadow, I do believe that I was actually talking to King Brandon about this, where it's kind of like I felt at the end of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, both ending altercations happened in Green Hill. And it was like, it all came back to where it started. But I feel like it's going to keep growing in like grander scale, kind of like how it does in the games. Like in Sonic Adventure 1, Chaos destroyed Station Square. But if we're jumping to Sonic Adventure 2, like the stakes are going to be that much higher. And shit, Eggman blew up half the moon in that movie. And then was going to take over the whole world. So that's why it went to space. So I do feel like it's going to be a threat on an even higher level. I know that they were kind of alluding to like how potentially dangerous Eggman was, but the world wasn't in fear. It's like, there was people that knew about it. There was the group that knew, and then Gun, they knew. But in Sonic Adventure 2, the world knew. The world knew about Eggman, and like, in 24 hours, like their lives were about to be fucked up. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of like world breaking, or like some just a threat that's gonna fall over all of the Earth in the next movie. I can't say exactly what that is because I don't necessarily want it to be the final hazard. It doesn't need to be a giant space dinosaur trying to crash into the Earth. But I mean, and then I don't necessarily want it to be Eggman just being like, yo, y'all ain't gonna beat me. I'm gonna just drive this space colony into the Earth. Like, I don't want him, because that's not something I don't think Eggman would do. Eggman wants to live, because Eggman wants to see the fruits of his labor.
Right,
and I can't see him pulling like a kamikaze type of, I can't let you beat me, so I'm just going to take it into my own hands, and none of us will survive. So it's going to be some sort of major threat. I do also think, but what also another thing that I think is going to be in the movie, I do believe if we're going to get Shadow and Eggman, I feel like it's going to have, like, each character is going to have their counterpart villain.
Right.
Because I do feel like it is going to be like a Sonic and Shadow thing, because I feel like everybody's going to want to see that. I feel like, the intellects are going to have to match up between Tails and Eggman, and they're going to have to outwit each other, kind of similar to how they did in that one scene towards the ending of this movie. And then, Knuckles may get Rouge, but I hope it's not just for, the petty reasons of she just wants to steal gems or government spy, whatever. I do also think we will get Amy.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna rewrite her story on how she's introduced in the game, because she was originally introduced in Sonic CD, but I feel like it's going to be some sort of instance where, I don't know, they're going to, because the whole ring warping, going to people's planets and worlds. This already lets us know that there's more people or more, individuals like Sonic and Co. out there in the universe. So Eggman might go kidnap a pink-haired girl. Sonic may not know who she is at the time, but just feel inclined to be like, I want to be a hero. I need to save this person, and then bam, there you go, Amy, and then she's gonna see him and love him and whatever. But yeah, I feel like we are gonna get Rouge and Amy in the next movie. But I don't know what that does for the human cast, though. I don't want to necessarily push them out, but I don't know, because they're gonna run out of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And I guess what I want out of the movie is, first and foremost, live and learn. I don't give a fuck how we get it. We got to get live and learn. I would really have liked to get Chaos, but I mean, that's okay now. I feel like that ship has sailed. Unless instead of like Final Hazard, it's like Chaos is the ultimate life form.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I can kind of get with that. But I don't really know. I don't really know exactly what I want outside of like a couple more characters, a couple more like musical things, because I feel like they showed each other, like every character thus far, they have been themselves. Like I feel like Sonic's been Sonic. I think Sonic's been even more Sonic in this movie than he was in the last one. Tails, even though I feel like he was a little, I don't want to say toned down, or well, more like he, to me, didn't seem as important. He seemed like he was definitely there, but I feel like the spotlight was more on Sonic, Knuckles, and Eggman. And I feel like Tails didn't get the shine that, I mean, he got some moments, but I don't know. Nigga got beat up, and then...
Oh, he sure did. He was out for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was out for a minute, and then, he came back and helped Sonic at the end, but I still feel like there's some development that I feel like can be done.
They needed to give him a few more Sonics.
And then, and I mean, I know a lot of people, they didn't really, like, I think you even said, like, Knuckles, you felt like he needed more personality. But honestly, I feel like I like how they had Knuckles in this game, because I felt like it was just a little bit of everything. I feel like he was Knuckles from the games as well as Knuckles from, like, Sonic Boom. And he was, in some moments, he was like a lovable oaf. He was strong, but he was also naive. He's very gullible. He's not from Earth, so he probably doesn't understand a lot of Earth's ways. So I didn't really expect for him just to...
Well, also, when you bring up the point that they are trying to do their new thing and not trying to be one for one, it makes more sense that way.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me. But what about you?
What about you, Jab?
So, what I think they're going to have in the movie, obviously Shadow's going to be in it because, they straight up showed it. Now, I feel like it's going to be an amalgamation of Sonic 2 and maybe Sonic 06. Because outside of Shadow the Hedgehog, which I am reluctant to say that they're going to be wanting to tackle in any capacity, those are the two games that feature Shadow the heaviest as far as story goes, if you don't count the dark story on Sonic Heroes. So maybe that's going to be part of the storyline of Shadow, is where he, instead of him like finding out that he was not the ultimate life form because of BioLizard. Maybe he's not the ultimate life form because Dr. Egg or Dr. Robotnik, the old one, Gerard Robotnik. Yeah, he made 50 of them, and he tried experimenting with them to see like how to get it to do other stuff. Like, okay, well, I made this successful experiment. So how do I go about making another one, or how do I vary it up? Stuff like that. So I feel like that's where you could spin off into variations. Like, okay, well, this experiment produced Shadow, but then this one produced Metal Sonic, and then this one produced Mecha Sonic, and this one produced Silver, and this stuff like that. So that's a way so that they can bring in other characters without having to do a whole bunch of explaining of like, oh yeah, well, this character is from a different timeline, and so is this character, and they traveled back in time and through dimensions to get here. Even though I would love that because I love Blaze, Sonic Rush was just amazing. But I think as far as the story goes, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to feature Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic 06 heavily. I feel like they're going to, like I said, mishmash them together just so that they can get like the most, I don't want to say cohesive story, but the one that makes the most sense for what's going on, if that makes any sense. So I feel like they're going to do that, and like I said, I feel like Rouge will probably pop in and is hired as a government spy to find the Chaos Emeralds because Robotnik is looking for them, and they saw what happened when he had the Master Emerald the last time. So in order to prevent him from doing that, they want to be able to get their hands on it first. And plus, It's real. Let's be real. It's the U.S. government. They're trying to weaponize everything. So it's like, hey, we could have that for ourselves, so we can liberate some other countries of some oil. Stuff like that.
Gotta get that all.
I had something in my throat there. But
I have a quick question too for you, Jad. Well, actually, for both of y'all. In the next movie, are niggas gonna grind on rails with their shoes?
I hope so.
So, are you asking? Are we gonna get soap shoes?
Are we getting the soaps?
For real, I was gonna ask you guys. Do you think they're gonna like do what they did in the games and be like get new like items and stuff like that?
I don't think we're getting like shovel claw or infinite
but like something
air.
Something that like makes sense for the movie.
Light speed dash might be kind of sick though.
No,
it would, but he doesn't have. There aren't rings that are
rings like that.
about the world.
Yeah,
like he has his rings, but that's the ones he gave that were given him by Longclaw.
Right
Now, if we wind up not on Earth anymore, and we wind up on like Angel Island or Mobius, or just someplace that's not Earth, absolutely, we're getting all the power-ups. Give me the invincibility monitor, give me the speed shoes, give me the light speed dash, the bounce bracelet, the breathing necklace, the shovel claw,
the flame ring.
Yeah, give me all of it. I'm here for it. But
wait, his tail's gonna be in a mech.
I hope not.
I hope not too.
Like I love the tornado, and I love that it's a transformer, but I really appreciated it in Sonic 3 when he was playable and he was doing all the same shit Sonic was doing, but he could fly. And also I appreciate that he did not get tired in this film from flying.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, you've been working out, good on you, because that was annoying in the movies. Now, what I want to have happen, obviously I want Live and Learn.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
wants Live and Learn.
Just give me a crumb of Live and Learn. Just a smidge. That's all I need. I want more music from the games in the movie. That is, I feel, the biggest missed opportunity, because I don't know if y'all are aware, but Sonic OSTs kind of go in hard. If you haven't heard,
even the fan-made ones, yo.
I don't know if you heard, but it kind of slaps from the Sonic games. I'm just saying. So the times that they don't slap are the ones that we don't talk about, which, funny enough, actually got a reference in this movie. And I was kind of surprised. Not only did they reference Sonic 06, they referenced Sonic 4 Episode 2. I'm like, what? Like, so when they did the Sonic Tales did the team attack where they spun in place
Oh
That's Sonic 4 episode 2.
Oh, wow.
Did they do a team blast from Sonic Heroes?
They did. Well, they didn't do a team blast, but they did do the different formations. So Tails was shooting people with his blasters because the Thunder Shoot had lightning on it.
Mm-hmm.
Knuckles straight up picked up Sonic and chucked him at a couple of badniks.
Take this.
And then Sonic was straight up ran around them while they were running side by side in the line formation.
Yeah.
So we didn't get a team blast, but close enough.
I did also notice Knuckles did when he's running at like max speed or like one of his higher speeds. If you did the punch, he does like that little drill claw, or like he does that little drill, and I thought that was sick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I loved it. So I want. Actually, you know what would be really sick, and I know they're not going to do this because it's only appeared in one game ever. I would be really cool if they brought Hypersonic in. I mean, they're not. I know they're not.
Yeah.
But it'd be sick if they did. Like Supersonic, okay, that's a given. Hyper Shadow, I mean, it better happen. Like, you don't introduce that character. You don't introduce Supersonic in the second movie and then say, oh, Shadow's going to be in the third one, and then not do it. Like, that would be such a blue balls moment. And they don't. But I feel like they know what they're doing, so they're not going to tease us like that. So we need to happen. I need Live and Learn to be blasting in the theater when they're doing it. It doesn't have to be the whole song, but if it did, I'm singing and crying because when they had I'm
it's gonna be a lot.
So side story here, a little fun time. So for the 30th anniversary for Sonic, for those of you that don't know, they had a live concert that was streamed on YouTube and Twitch. By all the people that made all these Sonic songs and everything, and they performed.
I watched. I
watched it. I watched while I was at work, and I put people on hold so often. I was like, "I'll be right back with you." Click, and then 5 minutes. So anyway, it was what was it? It was right before the intermission that they did play Live and Learn, but it was like a new rendition of it, and they sped up. And then they also played like Sonic R music, but they made it like jazz Sonic R. And I was in tears the whole time. I was like, oh my God, I was not prepared to feel things. So if they do that in this movie, I'm going to be crying in that theater because of how amazing it's going to be. And I personally would like Metal Sonic because I think it would be cool. That's kind of like the next, I feel like as far as all the enemies that are in Sonic's Rogues Gallery, he's like the next most popular thing after Shadow. It's like Shadow, Metal Sonic, and then like the Egg Robo, and also the Death Egg. Right. So I feel, and also that's also something else I want the Death Egg, or at least the Space Colony arc.
Yeah,
because it's in the moon. So half that's about to disappear. It's going to cause all kinds of chaos and destruction throughout the world due to lunar tides just alone.
Right.
Actually, there's one more thing that I actually have I thought of that I do want to see.
The stream is cheeks. Thanks for coming through, bro.
Right. But I actually want just one reference. I don't care exactly which one, but I just need one reference from the fan dub. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen the Sonic Adventure 2 fan dub.
Oh my lord!
Pissing on the moon?
Pissing on the moon. Like, I just need.
No,
one.
Actually, you know what would be the best part?
I miss my wife, Tails.
Yep, I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. I need Jim Carrey to say that in the most serious, straight face.
Yeah, man.
I was getting ready to say,
or even better, if Robotnik has like a bunch of robots and sentries and everything all over the place, have one of them just in that monotone, what's it, auto-tune voice. Holy shit! Hold it for like 5 seconds.
Yo, Jim Carrey.
I'm sorry, Vaughn. Go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Jim Carrey out here trying to get the weed.
Man,
the way I like it.
man's back must be hurting because man, he was carrying a lot of that movie when Sonic wasn't on screen.
Man, facts, big facts.
I'm saying he was. I'm like, we all know this.
Well, what I think is going to happen in the next movie, I think they're going to do something because I think you guys are right. I think Rouge might show up, and that's going to be, you know, the Rouge and Knuckles thing, while you have Sonic and Shadow thing, and then Tails might be doing something. But I think what they're going to do, this is just like a quick guess. I think what they're going to do is like do something with Shadow to where they're going to like make him a weapon, and then they're going to make a whole character development with him, as if like, you know, you're like he's a weapon at first, and then he finds out like, you know, you're just like us, blah. You don't have to, you know what I mean? You know, you don't have to you don't have to be a weapon, blah 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 blah. And then like he's so obsessed he's so obsessed with being like the ultimate life form and all that other jazz. And I think they're going to, like you guys said, they probably are going to like do some bits and pieces of certain games.
He gonna die.
Yeah, you know. I mean, and all I need is a Maria, just one, just one. But I think that's going to happen. I think they're going to maybe like do, because okay, so I think there might be a premise of finding the Chaos Emeralds and then like maybe somehow, some way add Chaos somewhere in there. I'm not too sure, but like I said, they might take some bits and pieces. But what I do want is some Chaos Control fights.
Okay.
Go anime with it.
Facts. I want some really fly Chaos Control fights. I want to see a white jungle chase.
I found you, faker.
Yeah. I want to see. I want to see. It's like just it just gotta be like I just want to see them in the jungle like going fast. You know.
Yeah.
And
that would
like
be really nice.
Like if I wanted three things, I just want a good Chaos Control battle, some races in the jungle, and then a final chase. And then live and learn,
that'd be nice.
and some live and learn. You know.
I do want Shadow to find a Chaos Emerald in a Hot Topic.
Oh, really?
That is so specific.
But that would be the reference to the fan dub. That's all I would need.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that is so specific. I love it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think in the end they're all gonna like, you know, team up and try and fight.
Oh yeah.
You know, Mr.
It's a Sonic game. It happens.
Yeah. But yeah.
All I'm saying is they better like whoever is animating Shadow, I'm like, y'all better brush up on your X games, your inline skates,
bro. He's going
animation
to, bro,
better be
he's
smooth.
He's going to be gliding the entire movie. It better be beautiful.
He better not touch the ground.
No.
He need to be schmoovin'.
Right, not one time, bro.
Ooh, here's another one. Here's another
gliding.
One. Do you think he's gonna have that slightly British accent that he did from Sonic Adventure 2, or are they gonna like deviate from that? Because I know in
what's poppin' shit
Sonic Boom he doesn't sound like that anymore. But
yeah, they got him a different voice.
Yeah, they got him a different voice, and I even heard in like I think there was a Sonic Omens, which is like a fan game. They gave him like a Russian accent.
What?
So. Yeah.
You know,
so I'm trying to think.
Tom Cruise is going to be the next voice actor for Shadow.
Please not.
Or Vin Diesel.
Wait, did you did you see the previews before the movie?
The preview? No, wait.
Okay.
No, yeah.
So there was that Top Gun. There was that Top
Gun.
Yeah. And I was like, and then when I saw the the whole tail scene, him flying the plane, missing all the missiles, I was like, oh yeah, this is better than Top Gun right here. This Top Gun, this all the Top Gun I need.
Facts.
Right.
Who do you guys think would voice Tails, real quick?
I was just about to ask that. Like, so who actually would be? Who would be Shadow's voice?
Ryan Reynolds.
Who do you want to be Shadow's voice? Let me rephrase that.
No, I'm
Damn, that's a good question. Who would be a good voice for Shadow?
You know who I feel would. Okay, in my dream casting, do you know who I feel would perfectly? His voice would lend perfectly to Shadow, like when he's being serious.
Who's?
Dwayne Johnson,
The
aka
Rock?
The Rock?
Have you heard him being menacing?
No.
I have.
I don't know, man. The only person I can think of, and unfortunately he passed away, is the one dude who voices he voiced Troll Barton in Gundam Wing. That guy. You know what I'm talking about, Jab?
Yeah. I have yet to get past the first episode.
Oh my god. Have you seen Inuyasha?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the dude with the wind tunnel? Wind tunnel.
Oh, Moroku,
the guy who voices Moroku. That Andrew Scott. Yeah. That is his name, Andrew Scott, or you just naming out people's shit? But yeah, the dude the Moroku, who's the voice actor, I think he would be perfect fit, but he's dead. So
I would say, well, does it have to be a voice actor, or does it have to be like
anybody?
Just an actor?
Sean Schimmel.
What's my dude's name?
Steve Blum.
Steve Blum. Yeah.
Really?
Spike.
You think so?
His voice is a little too recognizable, I feel.
You think so?
Yeah.
Too sinister.
But
Bang.
actually, I think who would be a good fit, like, because of how the range they have, you can make it like be oh crap, I just had his name. Oh shoot.
Yo, what if they go big brain and actually have one of the other Sonic voice actors as Shadow?
Ryan Drummond.
Scott McNeil. I'm sorry, Scott McNeil. But that would be funny if Ryan Drummond did voice Shadow, seeing he was Sonic for like ever, for like a solid 15 years. That'd be sick, actually.
I do like your cameo ideas as well, where like, yeah, Ryan Drummond, Ben Schwartz, fucking Roger Craig Smith,
or what if Jaleel White was Shadow?
Wow,
that's what I'm saying. What if Jaleel White was
Shadow?
What if that's what I was really specifically trying to say? What if Jaleel White? But I didn't want to be like,
like, have you ever heard that man's normal voice? He sounds suave as hell.
Yeah,
he ain't no Idris Elba, but still, nobody is. But still, like I kind of want that now. Damn.
Yes, sir.
Like, yes, sir. I really want it.
That would be hard.
That would be hard.
Dope. Know what I mean?
Spoken into existence.
See, that's why I'm saying, like, this is no longer a kids movie.
Nah. I mean, it was in the first one because it was basically the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel, but with Sonic. I'm like, or that movie Hop that also stars James Marsden with a furry animal in the truck that they have to drive across country. Weird.
That's where I know him from. Okay.
I mean, he played Cyclops in the X-Men, the first 3 X-Men movies. When he died off screen because nobody cared.
All right.
But yeah, that would. Oh man,
that would be really.
That would be so cool.
That would be dope. How many? Do you think this is going to be the last movie?
No. What, you mean the third one?
Yeah.
No, because I've actually seen a report that Paramount's trying to make this into a whole cinematic universe because that's what everybody's trying to do.
Oh, like a Fast and Furious thing?
Yeah.
I think they're thinking more like a Marvel thing. But yeah, them too. They made that work. And I fell down that rabbit hole unexpectedly.
Yeah. No, I can't do it. That's enough. I have enough family,
Here's the thing: if you shut your brain off and just watch people drive fast, it makes your brain go burr. It's actually kind of enjoyable.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, I did not care about these movies at first. I was like, oh, whatever. The whole plot of that first movie is that dude was stealing a bunch of VHS tapes, VHS players, and DVD recorders from Panasonic in 2000. I'm like, ugh.
Now these niggas are going up into space.
I mean, first of all, only the black people went up in space, which I thought was kind of hilarious.
Wow.
Seriously, like,
black people in space.
No, I mean look at the cast of the ninth movie, and then out of that cast, see who actually went into space. The only other brother that wasn't in the stratosphere was Bow Wow.
Ew.
Right?
Hey, why have space when you can have family, bro?
Apparently. But speaking of family, this Sonic family, at the end where they were all like, "Hey, we get to hang out. We're gonna go get some ice cream."
That
I
was
was like,
cute.
"Oh my,
Awesome.
oh my
Loved
god,
it.
this is fucking adorable. I love this."
That was cute.
Yeah, and he got to play baseball like how he tried to
He
play.
wanted to
Yeah,
in the first one.
it all
Yeah,
came
yeah.
full circle, huh?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, that
But-
whole except for the dad part, everything else was cool.
Right.
Again, it's the nature of the beast. Like, this is ultimately supposedly aimed at children, so I get it. But at the same time, fucking kids.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
but kids aren't hedgehogs from another planet. I don't know, because like I would think like, do they think they see themselves in Sonic the Hedgehog that doesn't have a parents or whatever and finding friends and all that? I mean, maybe
Escapism, you know?
it may be, but yeah, man, it's a pretty great movie. Any last remarks or comments?
If you like the Sonic universe, like if you like Sonic the Hedgehog as a character, or if you like the games, or if you like the lore, I feel you will like this movie. If you don't, this isn't going to do much to change your mind, because this was a movie for Sonic fans more so than the last movie. Because I even mentioned earlier how the first one it felt like it was a movie that had Sonic in it, whereas this one felt like a Sonic movie.
Sonic.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So, because Batman had that same problem for a while. Like, there were a lot of movies that had Batman in it, but but until very recently, well, except for Mask of Phantasm, that movie's amazing. But until very recently, very few of the Batman movies were actually about Batman. So that is the similar situation here. Was like the first movie was I felt like it was a kids movie that had Sonic the Hedgehog in it, and Robotnik was there too. But outside of that, it wasn't really about Sonic, as far as like him as a character or anything about his world or anything about him, because that's what the movie's named after. It's who you're there to see.
Right.
Whereas in this one, I feel like it is at least in the beginning stages of being a Sonic movie featuring other characters. Like, it takes place in the real world, but it's all about the lore of Sonic the Hedgehog and where he's from and his deal, and then Knuckles' deal and his world and such. And then even got background on Tails and why he was there and where he came from. Right. So I just hope they keep that trend going where the movie is about Sonic and company instead of it being Sonic with other folks in a kids movie. Like, I know it's supposed to be ultimately a kids movie, but I wasn't there. There were a lot of good of those parts of that movie were for me. Were for people of our age demographic and our fandom.
I mean, look at the promo poster.
That is a work of art.
It is.
So look at this beautiful work of art. Whoever in the marketing department of this, y'all need a raise, because y'all knew what to do.
They did.
Y'all knew what you were doing.
They said, okay, we got the first movie off the ground. Everybody loved it. So now this second one, we can really show our ass. And they did.
Yeah, they did. I was like, oh, damn it. I was like, well, if I wasn't already excited enough.
Here we are.
But like I said, I just need them to accentuate they need to accentuate the cool parts and the hype parts with the stuff from the games, because that's what makes those cool and hype parts cool and hype from those games. If I see Sonic snowboarding down the side of anything covered in snow, it's Ice Cap. It happened in Sonic 3. It happened again in Sonic Adventure. I need it to happen in this movie. I'm like, just put the same dude that I was talking about earlier that put the music behind the scenes. They're going to do that for this. I know it. Like, they're going to put Ice Cap Zone behind that, and it's going to be amazing. So next one, lean into that a little more, just especially since they have songs with lyrics in it now and they don't have any rights issues with them or some dumb mess. Like, just call up Junson Inoue and Crush 40. I'm like, hey man, can we borrow you for a weekend? Right. Like, we need you to lay down some tracks for us, just a little bit, You know,
That'd
throw
be
it on the
fantastic.
soundtrack. I guarantee you, if they made a soundtrack for this movie and it featured Sonic music, it would sell. It sells so much.
I definitely need more like alternative rock, like a City Escape and stuff like. I do want more of that in the next movie. Just
Same.
oh my god, they're gonna. Oh my god, I just realized they probably have an opportunity to do City Escape.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
there's a
gonna
lot
be
of
so cool.
there's a lot of opportunities, man. And now that they've got like everybody on their side and the funding and all that stuff, oh yeah, I think they're going.
This is this is frankly the best thing Paramount has made since like the first Star Trek reboot. I mean, yeah, they had the Transformers movies, but that's a whole other anomaly.
I'll stop
but
after the third one, bro.
yeah,
And that's what I'm worried about with the Sonic movie is just like, make your sequels, but don't overdo it, man. Because like Sonic is like he's looking good again, and I don't want him to get played out just when he's starting to look better.
I don't think. I think they're gonna. I think they're doing tender love and care for this franchise that they got going on.
Right, but I'm talking more about when they get to like Sonic 5, Sonic 6.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
like at that point, we better not be on Earth. We better be in Mobius or
Right.
Angel Island or wherever.
Right.
I need to see Blaze and Cream and Amy and E101 Omega or Gamma. It doesn't matter. Team Chaotix better be in there or have at least a nod. Something. At that point, ditch the people.
If that's the case, I need a little reference of Sonic. He can really move. I need that.
Oh my god, that was one of the hypest intros I had ever seen.
Man, that was
at
my
that point.
junk, bro.
Man, he could really
Like-
he got an attitude.
Actually, or hell, just make a little like in the background, like have there be like a scratch and grounder like figure or something, you know, or like a drawing. Did you peep the OG Robotnik costume when Stone was like
Yep.
obsessed
Sure
with it?
did. Sure did.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I was like, oh, okay, I see you, Stone. Also, I think Stone's got a major hard-on for Robotnik, and
Of
I'm here
course.
for it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here for that. Yeah,
I'm all about it. like,
I'm
like
glad he
you gonna
loves
make,
him so much.
I was like,
All the
are they going
way.
to make Robotnik gay in this one? Who knows? But if they did, I'm not going to be mad. I'm like, you know what? Good for you. Like, you need someone to talk to that's not
Right.
Orbot and Qbot or Snively.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stone is definitely the bitch in that relationship.
You know what? He's okay. He's perfectly all right with that. He's accepted it.
My man was making coffee, little foam art of my man. He was sad my man was
Several.
gone. Yeah.
Like, also, speaking of references, the coffee shop being named the Mean
Bean. Yeah, that was it.
I lost it. I was like, yes, this is what I need.
Mhm.
And they was like, what's the reference about that? I was like, I'll explain it later. I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
The movie was made with love. I can definitely.
The Sonic
say
Hat
that.
Man.
What's up?
What are your final thoughts on the movie?
Yeah.
Oh man, I guess my final thoughts would be like similar to what you said, Jad. Except I guess this would be more of a me version of it. If you like the color blue, go see this movie.
Damn.
If you don't like this movie, eat a dick. And I hope all your toaster strudels stay cold in the middle. So
So
Wowzers.
your frosting doesn't get thawed out.
nah, I hope the frosting ain't even in the box.
Oh damn. Unfrosted.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, you bitch.
Dry strudel. Right.
That is actually the worst.
niggas. That's great.
So
If you like the colors red, blue, and orange,
yeah.
go
see this
see
movie.
it.
Go
Go
see
see
the
this movie.
Right.
If you ain't got it, I mean, damn, I don't know.
also yellow and green.
Yeah, go see the movie. It's a good time by yourself or with friends, sober or not. Like it's just a fun time. Like
Fun time.
It
Yeah,
was
man.
fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself watching it.
we should go see it sometime.
We should actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind because I like I said, I plan on going to go see it a couple more times.
Same.
Like the first time I went with a group. I want to go another time with like some friends, and then I want to go one time by myself, just so that way I can soak in the whole experience like on my own and really like look for certain things that I didn't catch before. Because I'm kind of surprised I didn't see like a Sonic Says type of thing, or him to like that's no good, but
Yeah.
Well, I think they're being selective about their memes and their references.
They are.
I respect. I can respect.
Did you guys see? There's one scene where they were at the Mean Bean, and there was an F- on the door.
Yeah.
You see that?
The grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He yanked it off because it was what's in. I think I know where you're going with this. Did you peep the color of what the paper was?
It was like white and black, wasn't it? Black and white paper or something.
No. Here. This is where it gets cool. I'm getting real sweaty here with this one.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if this was intentional. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I'm gonna go with it. So originally, the score that was on the door was an A+ for the sanitation, and the paper was a pink paper.
Oh, because that was an A in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yep. And then when he pulled it off and it was an F ranking, the color was purple. And that's what color a D rank is in Sonic Adventure.
Purple. Okay.
Wow.
Oh.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but everything in movies is intentional. Like someone put that there. So I don't know if they did that knowing that, but knowing everything else that they had in these past two movies as far as references go, it wouldn't surprise me to find out that, like, oh yeah, that was a subtle nod to Sonic Adventure 2 because, like I said, it was a pink sheet of paper and he yanked that off, and it was an F, it's purple, which D is the lowest you can get in Sonic Adventure too.
Yeah,
So,
they gave that nigga an F-.
I mean, I'm just saying, I catch these things. I'm very observant. So, like I said, I'm about to get real sweaty in this. So,
We sweating today.
right? Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd like to think it is. Also, the egg robo instruction manual was straight up a Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis.
manual?
Yep. It was Sega Genesis, man.
That was hard too.
I chuckled. I went, I see what you did there. I see, like, you, me, I see you.
Okay, so
this
wasn't a
Easter
reference
eggs in this movie.
Yeah, this one wasn't an Easter egg at all. But did y'all see how Stone looked when he got fucked up and was inside the Death Egg robot? I thought that was so funny. My man was laid out.
All the way.
Yeah, he was out for the rest of the movie.
Man.
I'm like, oh man, I felt so bad for him.
Right.
So like, and also this is another missed opportunity. Again, this is just one of the things. So I understand why this happened. Again, kids movie, licensed music. I like Uptown Funk as much as the next guy because it's a catchy song. But when he busted out that iPhone or iPod, I think it was iPhone. When he busted it out and plugged it in, I'm like, if they play anything from a Sonic game, like, oh, imagine how hyped that would have been if it was like Dimensional Highway from like Sonic Riders, or fucking
Dude, if it was
Open Your Heart,
or It Doesn't Matter, or what's a good dance track, something you can really get, like, Flying Battery Zone, or
Battery Zone,
Hydrocity, Angel Island.
If it was anything, for real.
Any like high tempo, fast beat dance track from a Sonic game, and they played that and they were busting all those moves to it, I'd have lost my shit. I literally would have, like, I would have melted in my seat.
Damn, I'm about to play a Sonic game now.
Surprise stream? Surprise stream?
Oh no, I gotta go to bed. I got work.
Oh,
but
damn,
don't feel bad. I know the feeling, but I'm playing something tonight.
I'm gonna like play something for a little bit.
I think I might do colors.
Ooh, that's not a bad one at all.
Funny story.
Go ahead.
You remember Sonic Hat Man? When we was in Detroit, was it Flint? When I
Who's the one?
when I came up to y'all when y'all spot and you was playing colors.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was high looking at you playing, and I was like, "You, what did I say? What?"
I can't remember what you said, but I do remember like my house used to be pretty deep with folk just in there, blowed out of their mind, just watching me on the Wii play some Sonic Colors. That was good
Oh, I
time.
think I was just saying, you better not stop. You better not. You better go.
You better keep going, run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were so
Well,
silly.
friends can make even the worst situations all the worthwhile. Because let me tell you, the first time I played through Sonic Forces, literally true story. So, one friend, he had bought Sonic Forces because he
got money to waste.
Well, apparently, but he was in it, right? He did it for the culture at that point. At least I like to think so. So
Right.
I go over his house. It's like him, and like 6 other dudes. Like we're all hanging out, crowding around. I'm sitting there playing Sonic Forces on my name. I was like, let me see what this is like, right? So we're playing through, and I don't know if you've played it or not, Vaughn, but there is a section in the game called Double Boost, where it's like your avatar character, which by the way, genius to them for marketing. They know their demographic. Like that straight up is like, hey, all those Sonic OCs, you can make them canon now because you just make them in the game. So kudos to them for understanding that. But anyway, so there's a part where so in the stages you play as Sonic, and there's one you play as classic Sonic, which somehow controls awful, which I don't get. And then there's the stages where you play as your avatar character, and Sonic and modern Sonic is there, right? And there's sections where it's called Double Boost, and the idea is that you mash on this button and then they like take off and they're like running and they're boosting through everything, and the only good song from that game, Fist Bump, plays in the background. It was cool. So it got to a point where I was like, I wonder what would happen if I just didn't push anything. It still went through. Like nothing changed. The song is still good. And then it got to a cutscene after this stage, right? Because Classic Sonic showed up in the game because of shenanigans that happened in Mania, and they had to tie it in because one was a great game and the other is Sonic Forces. So when they actually meet up with each other, Classic Sonic looked at, Modern Sonic looked at Classic Sonic. Was like, oh man, because remember, this is after Generation, so they've like met each other. And he was like, oh man, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in Generations.
Wow. I
literally turned the game off and started playing Sonic Mania. I was like, I gotta play a good game.
I gotta play a good game.
Damn.
I said, nope, we're done. I didn't play that. I didn't go back to Forces for like another week.
Damn.
I hear you, man.
I was like, I gotta play a good game.
Right, I feel that. Mania is a really good game. But I guess also to anybody out there who may have not seen Sonic 1 or 2, if you do want to, it's a nice movie to go get started on, or it's a nice, I guess, as of right now, a 2-part, 1 and 2 to watch. If you don't got a certain streaming service, you can hop on X videos right now and watch Sonic 1 in its entirety.
You sure can.
So, yeah, you sure can.
Wow.
So if you want to go, if you ain't got nothing to do later, go ahead and just
hit
pop
up
that
that
on
video.
there. Yeah, hit up X videos. Watch
That is
these
so
Sonic 1.
specific and weird.
It's there.
When you really think about it, it's not.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It is, but isn't, and that's the sad part.
I found it. Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that was fast.
Yeah.
Well, I bought it on Blu-ray. I was like, I'm buying this. And then I walked out of that theater as soon as that credits were done. I was like, this is day one purchase.
Right? Yeah.
Whatever
for this movie, yeah.
Whatever the most expensive version of this is, I'm buying it. Like, just give it to me. Like, just do it now.
Well, all right, dudes.
But
you was gonna say?
But there was just one little quick thing. There was, when I left the theater, because there were a bunch of kids in the theater. One of them lost their Sonic doll. I was like, oh no! So like, I took it up to the cash register. I was like, do you have a lost and found? was like, oh, what'd you lose? I was like, actually, no, I wanted to turn something in, and there was this cute little Sonic doll, and clearly kids had it because like the whites on his eyes were colored over with a bunch of crayons and markers and shit.
Oh,
so,
okay.
but still, like I would be beyond
Devastated, right?
I would be beyond sick if I lost my Sonic doll at the Sonic movie.
Well, tough break, nigga. There's always FUBU.
Right.
But
Wow.
But all right, y'all. I think we done covered it, bro. I think we had a success, dude. A good old talk, huh?
Yeah.
Good old talk. Well, all right, y'all.
It was more like just us gushing about the movie, really.
Hey,
I mean,
so hey, cool. I'm cool with it.
stuff you like will have that effect.
Yeah.
It will, yeah.
Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm hitting 3 hours, and I'm hungry, and I want to buy some cookies and bake them.
And I gotta go on X videos now. So
Like
All
you
right.
don't already have the movie.
All
I
right,
mean, I
y'all.
do.
But hey,
Yeah, it's like I have it. That's not the point.
it's, you know.
The point it's there.
Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you guys for this chat. Thanks for Jad. Thanks for Sonic Hatman for coming in. You guys are dope and wonderful black people.
Yeah, we love that. We love black people.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Not
Thanks for
bitch
having
niggas
us.
though.
Not bitch niggas though. We don't like them taco meat. Never mind. We,
All right.
And look, that is not race specific. Anyone.
You know what? Yep.
Anyone.
You right. You right.
Right.
All right, y'all. I'm a get on off here, and I'm a hit y'all up later. All right.
For sure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
It was fun. I loved it.
For sure.
Well, I'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye, niggas.
All right.
Later, y'all.
Peace out.
Go see Sonic 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.